Sasha Banks comes back. There's a lover's tiff between champs, and Lesnar cashes in on Corbin. Yes, you heard me right. I'm Iain Chambers from WrestleZone, and these are my Extreme Rules predictions. Now, the last WWE pay-per-view was, of course, Stomping Grounds, and my expectation and anticipation levels going into that one were extremely low. But I was left feeling pleasantly surprised. Extreme Rules is giving me a similar feeling, but I reckon this card isn't one to be slept on either. Here's why. The Undertaker's got a point to prove. Let's just put debates over whether or not he should still even be wrestling aside. There is no denying that The Undertaker, simply put, is wrestling royalty. It's a career that spans over 3 decades, a career that's featured some of the most iconic moments and matches in WWE history, and this Sunday is a chance for Taker to wash away what will undoubtedly be a terrible taste in his mouth. His match with Goldberg in Saudi Arabia was a disaster, with many critics saying the two were too ambitious with their match style. Now, on Sunday, the Extreme Rules, Taker tags with Roman Reigns for the first time ever. It's a much simpler style of match where the Phenom can hit his high notes, get the win, stick his tongue out in that weird way that he does, and ride off into the sunset. I cannot see there being any other outcome here. The club will conquer. Just not on Sunday. WWE is giving Ricochet a fantastic push at the moment, and he's looking good with that US title around his waist. AJ Styles has been given an entirely new lease of life since turning heel and getting back together with his brothers Gallows and Anderson. The club, to me, screams main event, and I reckon we'll see AJ versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. Faction Wars, baby! Which obviously means I think we'll see Kofi retain on Sunday too. Which is a real shame because as much as I love Kofi Kingston, Joe is a badass heel. And when he is in that title picture, it is a thing of beauty. He's yet to get his hands on the big one since debuting on the WWE main roster in 2017. And I don't think Sunday night is his night. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's something we'll see by the end of the year. Now, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to predict that we're probably going to see Sasha Banks come back on Sunday. It's Banks' former tag team partner Bayley versus Bliss and Nikki Cross in a handicap match for the WWE SmackDown Women's title. Now, rumours have been swirling about how unhappy Banks has been in WWE since she dropped the tag titles at WrestleMania. Now, no one really knows how long is left on her WWE deal, but reportedly, she signed some kind of a multi-year contract last year. Now, the question is, if Banks does come back at Extreme Rules, is she doing it so she can unfreeze her contract and be one step closer to becoming a free agent? AEW. Sorry. Or does she want to have another big run under Vince McMahon? Either way, I reckon you can bank on seeing her this weekend. And last but not least, Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman delivered one of his infamous spoilers on Monday Night Raw, saying his client Brock Lesnar, will be cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. But he's not giving away which title he's going to go for. Now, if Brock does cash in, which I'm not 100% sold on, here's how it would have to go down. No one is going to want to see him cash in on Kofi or Seth. In fact, no one wants to see him cash it in on Samoa Joe. I reckon the only way you could put the belt on Brock again is if he cashes in on this man. It's Lynch and Rollins versus Corbin and Evans with both belts on the line. I reckon we could see some form of a tiff between champions. Becky then gets pinned by Evans. Corbin celebrates with the Universal title that he did nothing to win, and then bow, 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 bow. It writes itself. What do you make of my predictions? And sound off with yours in the comments below. That is it for your WrestleZone Roundup. Enjoy a massive weekend of wrestling, and I'll see you next week.